Okay, 8-4 Pythagorean Theorem Converse. So what this means is sometimes you'll get questions and they'll give you all three lengths of a right triangle, because remember, Pythagorean Theorem is the theory that a squared plus b squared is going to equal the same as c squared, the hypotenuse squared. So sometimes they'll give you three numbers and you'll have to decide if it's a right triangle or not. Okay, so basically if what they give you for a squared added to what they give you for b squared, if these two added together equal whatever c squared is, then it's a right triangle, you've proved it. If they don't, then it's not a right triangle, okay? Because this only works with right triangles. So just to show you, so example 1, state if each triangle is a right triangle. So label your triangle first. So we got A, B, and C always. And we want to prove if a squared plus b squared does equal c squared. Okay, so let's see what a squared plus b squared is. So 9 squared plus 12 squared. So I'm going to put that in the calculator. 9 squared plus 12 squared is 225. Okay, and then we want to see if 15 squared gives us the same number. So 15 squared is also 225. Okay, so since these two sides equal each other, we get the same number, then it is a right triangle. So I'm going to say right triangle, or you can just say yes. So example 2, first of all, we got a situation here. I don't like that. Just type it in your calculator exactly like you see it to get that actual measurement, whatever it is. So 2 squared is 39, and it's like 12.5, okay, because that's ugly. And then let's label them. So we've got A, B on the bottom, C over here. And then let's test it. So A squared plus B squared, we want it to equal whatever C squared is. So 10 squared plus 12.5 squared. So let's figure what that is first. 10 squared plus 12.5 squared, and I get 256.25. Now let's see what c squared is. So 16 squared. I get 256. Okay, close, but they're not the exact same, mostly because of this situation. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say nope, not the same. Example 3. First of all, before I do anything, I want to figure out what this is, the square root of 115. So the square root of 115 is 10.7. So let's ignore that and use that, 10.7. Okay, so I've got A here, B, and C. So I want to see if A squared plus B squared does equal C squared. So 9 squared plus 10.7 squared. And does it equal 11 squared? So 9 squared plus 10.7 squared is 195.5 about. And 11 squared is 121. So are these the same? Nope. So it is not a right triangle. Not a right triangle. Example 4, nothing weird. I'm just going to label them A, B, and C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So 32.5 squared plus 39 squared equals 48.5 squared. Okay, so let's see what this is first. So 32.5 squared plus 39 squared, and I get 2,577.25. 48.5 squared is 2,352.25. Okay, so Are these the same? No. So not a right triangle. Okay, down here at the bottom. So they don't give us a triangle. They give us 3 numbers. So how do I figure out which one is A, which one is B, which one is C? I can't just randomly assign them. So look at your numbers and see which one is the biggest number. For this list, it's 50.5. So that's your C. The other 2, A and B, it doesn't matter. We'll just go in order, A, B. So let's see if 10 squared plus 49.5 squared equals 50.5 squared. So I'm going to plug it all in. 10 squared plus 49.5 squared equals 2,550.25. And 50.5 squared is, oh my gosh, 2,550.25. They're the same. So if they're the same, what does that mean? It's a right triangle. Yay. Example 6, same thing. Look at the set of numbers. Which is your biggest number? 15, right? So that's your C. So I got A, B, C. So 9 squared plus 12 squared. Does it equal 15 squared? I don't know. Let's find out. 9 squared plus 12 squared is 225. And then 15 squared is 225. These are the same, so that means we have a right triangle. Down at the bottom, state if each triangle is acute, obtuse, or right. Okay, for this, I'm just going to say, is it right or not? I'm not going to worry about the other 2. So, this is the right angle, so we've got A, we got B, oh, that's a circle, C. So A squared, C squared, I can't do a C anymore. Okay, so 12 squared plus 9 squared, what is that? 12 squared plus 9 squared is 225. And C squared, so 17 squared. Let's see what 17 squared is. Oh, nope. Are these the same numbers? Nope. So it's not. I'm just going to put not. And example 8. Same thing. This is my C. It's the biggest number. It's my diagonal. We'll say this is B and we'll say this is A. Again, the legs really don't matter. So 18 squared. 18 squared plus 9.6 squared. 18 squared plus 9.6 squared is 416.16 equals, does it equal 20.1 squared? I don't know. 20.1 squared is close, but not close enough. 0.01. So since these are not the same, not a right triangle. Not. On this homework page, that's all you're doing. You're going to pick 2 different colors, or you could do shaded in, not shaded in if you want to be lazy. But say this is right triangle, this is not a right triangle, and you're going to shade in according to the colors. Use these numbers and see if it's a right triangle, you'll color it whatever color you assign to right triangle. If it's not, you'll color it that other color. Just remember, when you look at these lists of numbers, your largest number is your C. Okay, so it doesn't always go in order. Like look at this third box, 10, 24, and 12. What's your biggest number? 24. So that's your C. This is your A, this is your B. Okay, it's not always going to be in perfect order.